Hi guys. I'm not gonna lie. I've tried to do this 3 or 4 times. We're gonna have a serious talk today, and there's gonna be some honesty. And I really hope that you'll stay after this. But there's, I want to be real with you, and I want to be honest with you. It's some things that I'm struggling with, and some things that I just have got to stop worrying about. And I don't want them to ever come off harsh. But there's some choices that I need to make. And I need to be real and honest with you all. And if I'm going to document this journey, that means that I have to be completely real. Not that I've never been real, but I am very, it's very hard for me to be honest with people because I've always hid my voice. And I'm not gonna, I'm working hard not to do that anymore. So anyway, yes, I didn't change. I'm not gonna, I stayed the same. I'm not making any excuses or any reasons other than I had made horrible choices this weekend, and and I know there's other things like the perimenopause and things like that, get enough water, but I'm not making excuses. So because I don't want the video to be about that. What I have found myself this week is I've been a very emotional wreck this week. Um, And I think I've hit my rock bottom, which may not be a bad thing. I am completely and utterly, I'm not going to cry. I'm mad at myself. For lack of a better way of saying it, I'm pissed off at myself. I am disappointed. And before I deserve to be mad at myself, you guys. But there's also a time where I have to, okay, you're mad. Now what are you going to do? Now we're going to do to fix it, to forgive yourself. I had thought about past yesterday all day long about what is it that's holding me back? What is it that food becomes so more important than my health? And it's the only way I know how to explain this is I have almost two personalities, and I don't have a split personality or anything like that. But this is the only way I know how to explain it. When you have a mental illness, which mine is, I have the social anxiety, well, regular anxiety, I have paranoia, I have depression. It's almost like a separate entity, so to speak. Then you have the normal logical, what is logical brain, and they fight each other. And to be honest with you, my logical, I mean my messed up, my I don't even know what to call it. This side of my brain is stronger than this side right now, and I need to reverse that. And our brains like to go back to what's comfort because they think it's protecting us. And I have used food since I was probably 8 years old to comfort what I was going through. Um, I've used food to hide my emotions when I wanted to say something, but somewhere in my brain I felt like my voice wasn't as well because other people were telling me, basically telling me my voice wasn't as important as others. Um, and we're going to talk about this a little bit. And you have to retrain that brain, and it's fighting it. It's resisting it because it wants to protect you, but it doesn't realize what it's doing is not helping me. It's not keeping me safe. It's keeping me stuck. And I want to talk about some things that you might be seeing coming up on the video because I'm no longer going to apologize if most of these videos are going to feel a little bit dark, a little bit not as happy peppy because I can't get to the other side of the journey without doing this, without going through this. I'm not going to heal without doing this. I can't afford to go see a psychiatrist. This is my this is my diary or my healing. And I have found venting and talking about things really help put things in perspective for me. I am going to start standing up for myself and start saying, my first thought when I had to come on here, or anytime I come on here, I have to tell you how much I weigh, or how much I lost, or if I didn't lose, or whatever. My very first thought is never about me per se. It's always about what are they going to think. And I have lived in that perspective my whole life. What are they going to think? As if what I think is not as important. And the thing is, I know what triggered this is I lost 2 subscribers this week. I just gained 2. And now I don't know if it's the same 2, different 2. I don't know. And it shouldn't really matter. It's not really what matters. It's the fact of how my brain handled it. I know this is embarrassing, but it's the truth. because it goes back again to my childhood. My very first thought was, what did I do wrong? I know I'm boring. I know it's like, and I put the whole blame on myself. I put the whole, it's really no blame to be made. I might just not be their cup of tea. And if they want to come on here and see all these, I can't pretend what I'm going through. If I'm going to be honest, I want you guys at the end of this journey, I want a living, what's that's not the right word, a video capture of, look how far you've come. Look how hard it was in the beginning. Look how much you had to dig and fight for where to get better. I want that proof. I want that proof to show myself, see what you can do, see all the stuff that you overcame. And I can't do that if I don't be honest. So that means that everybody leaves then, and I know they won't. I know I have my few that are just, I can't thank them enough, that are here. But the thing is, I have to do this for me, number one. And I hope that by doing it for me, that it inspires you all as well. And that you have to do it for you. And then we just come together and just cheer each other on. And I have been more worried about what you all are going to think than I am worried about my journey. The thing is, I don't know how long this is going to take. It may be, until I take my very last breath. But I promise I'm going to fight right up to that very last breath. Um, I think I had and I know I've said this before, but I don't know how to explain this. It's like a epiphany or a breakthrough. I am going to face my past, and I'm going to explain to you what's going on right now, how a little bit of how I think it might be done. I don't know. There is as I said, I have two brains. They're fighting each other. I am stuck in, I wish I could have, should have, didn't do part of my life right now. Um, I am really, 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 really mad at myself. I can't say really enough. I am, and I've got to find a way to forgive myself because I waited 45 years to have this breakout moment. And I am mad at myself that I have let 45, over half my life, wasted because I was not strong enough to stand up for myself and realize that my voice mattered too. I am mad at myself, you guys. I don't know how to get, and that's what I got to work on. I mean, I think that's the number one thing I have to work on before I go work on everything else. Is I have to just say, okay, yes, you didn't fight for yourself. Okay, you didn't. But beating myself up day after day after day after day, it's not going to fix it. It's just, it's done. And I don't know how to forgive myself for that because that's 45 years of the life you're given that I have wasted. And I am now 54. And I'm fighting this whole thought of it's too late. I'm too old. And by the time I get this together, I'm going to be almost 60. Okay, well, then you'll have the best golden, 10 years of your life, even if it's only 5 years. I would rather live 5 happy, wonderful years of being who I am than just the last 5 years of my life, just where I am now, where I'm just, even just, yeah, and again, you get what I'm saying. I have to somewhere get my brain to be okay with that because otherwise I am fighting myself. And this losing weight is hard enough. I don't need me fighting me as well, and so that's the first thing I'm gonna do. How I'm gonna do it is I don't know. And I know it's people because they just you have to move on, and they're right. I know they're right, but again, it's that whole. I'm mad at myself, and I have to find a way to forgive myself. The only way I can forgive myself is just to get in there, dig my feet in, and start standing up for myself and start doing this the way I know I need to do it. I'm excited to do this is the part I don't understand. This new way of eating, and it's not even, it shouldn't even be new way. It's just logical. I am so over good food versus bad food. I don't even see it that way anymore. For me, it's about eating too much of the good food. um, I get so excited saying, oh, I can, making plans out and going, this is what I'm gonna eat. And you can eat, for me, my size, pretty darn good. But there's a little bit of the rebellion in me that wants to, I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's just, it's hard for me to stick to plans. I don't know what it is. But I do know that I am never going to get to my goal if I keep giving in to this side of my brain that wants to go back to comfort. I don't know if any of this makes sense, but all I know is when I come on here, there's going to be things I'm going to talk about. I'm going to do them in small chunks, and I'm going to talk about some of the things that has happened to me in my life that I'm learning to let go. Because if I just don't, in my mind, I don't know how to put this. I've got to find a way to talk it out and let it go. And I've always found when I talked and I vented that it helps clear my mind. So that's what I'm going to do. And I have got to find a way to forgive me, but there's also a lot of awful lot of people in my past that I need to forgive. I have to I have to let go of the bad things that happened to me in the past, which is not easy. I wish I could if you guys only knew, and little by little you're going to learn all the stuff that I've been through. And I'm not trying to, I know there's people that have been through worse than me. I know that's, please, I know some people love to say things like that, but what I've been through is valid. And so I actually, some of the stuff I went through is horrific. And I don't talk about it. I have not talked about certain things for ages, ages, and ages to anybody. But I am going to talk about them because they're holding me back. And I have got to get myself out of living in the past and from living from my past mistakes and take from this day forward almost fresh and say, okay, this is the garbage that we're going to let go of, but also work towards the things that I want. Not, I have to get out of my comfort zone, I guess. So there's some serious work that needs to be done. And I don't have the answers right now for you on this video. I'm hoping as we go forward and as I start to reveal more, things will, come in order. Things will come into light that will help me decide how to move forward. But it could just be that I need to release it because I'm holding all this stuff in that I've never talked to anybody about, not even to my own, my mother, or when I do talk to people about things, they were the wrong people. And we're going to talk about all that stuff. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it so I don't bombard you all at one time. But this journey is going to be hard. But I think I'm finally at my break. And I know I say this a lot, but I don't know how to. It's just, I want this change so bad. And I think part of it is I've got to stop worrying so much about this is my journey. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it with the support I know I need. But ultimately, every choice has to be mine and what's best for me. Like every choice you make should be what's best for you and not for anybody else. And in my mind, I was part of being a Gen Xer is you were taught to, you're not as important as everybody else. Your opinion's not even. And the thing is, and I'm not saying it's wrong or right, it just was. And I'm ready to change and I'm ready to put my feet in. I'm telling you right now, though, I'm not going to I'm going to try to be, there's not going to be all doom and gloom on here. But I am done worrying about if people think this is too much of a depressing video or it's too long. It is. I'm done with it. I've got more things I need to work on. Whether some person on the internet who's probably not here for the right reasons anyway. And I don't mean that in any mean way, but, this is me and we're going to get through this and I'm going to fight and you're going to see what I've been through that what I have been holding in for 45 years and we're going to get through this and we're going to fight whatever any of us are going through. We're going to get through this. I want to try to be more consistent on the channel. Before I let you go, I'm going to try to make I don't know which day because some days I just can't. I want to put more consistency. I want like this is what you can expect on Mondays. This is what you can expect on Wednesdays. This is what you expect on Fridays, type thing. And I think I'm gonna make Wednesdays a. I tried to do it last week and it totally bombed, but I don't care. I'm gonna still continue to do it to build consistency. Is I put up a recipe that I use my protein whatever. I It's not even a diet. It's just it's I'm gonna try to do more higher protein, higher fiber type um recipes. I'm gonna do one every week and it'll be on a Wednesday. And yeah, I tried it last week. People gotta get used to it. Um I know I don't get very many people watching, but I'm doing this for me, number one. And then number two is you all. So, and not that it makes me any more important than you. It's just you know, your journey's your journey. What you if you have a channel, same thing. It's what is for you first. You know what I'm saying. I'm over explaining because that's what my brain does. But anyway, guys, I'm sorry this is so long, but there's things that I needed to say, and I don't know if it made any sense, but I feel a little fresher, and know that there's a warning here. I've gone through some crap, y'all. That I just want to make sure I don't want to trigger you into having if you go through some rough times, and I will try to remember to put trigger warnings and stuff on. So anyway, guys, all right, have a wonderful and blessed well, have a blessed week. It's just started today. Today's Jason's birthday, and yeah, so I'm gonna go that's what we celebrated this weekend with some friends. So anyway, guys, all right, take care. Bye.